Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Rocket Broadheads, RTP Outdoors, Trophy Rock, Spot Hog Releases, Wilderness Athlete, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Well, it's the afternoon of October 24th, and Brooks and I are set up for the evening hunt. It's been pretty good weather all day. I don't think it got out of the 40s, maybe just slightly around 50 degrees. But strong northwest winds all day. It's still blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour. It's supposed to be under 15 probably by the time it gets dark tonight, but it shouldn't die down too much. I decided to come to a spot tonight that I haven't been to. This is a spot on my dad's farm. I've never hunted out here until this year. This will be my second hunt ever on my dad's farm, so it's pretty cool for me. This is a new food plot that my brother and I put in this summer. It's just basically an old dried up slough. There's a creek bottom here, and it's kind of a dried up slough. Just had some grass in it that I cleared out, sprayed, and pushed a few logs off to the side and planted some Big N Beasty and some clover, and it came up really, really good. That bottom ground holds so much moisture, and even though we were really dry this year, the Big N Beasty did really well. So it's a really cool looking spot. We're sitting on basically an inside corner that overlooks this turnip plot, and I got 5 acres of standing corn back behind me that hasn't been picked yet. So it's just a creek bottom, inside corner, kind of a lot of things coming together right here. And it's even better looking than I imagined. It's just a really cool spot. You can see a lot. It's really thick at ground level, but you can see once you get up in the tree, you'll be able to see a lot, and especially here in a couple weeks when all those leaves are down, it should be even better. So I'm excited to see what comes out tonight. We did spook a few deer on the way in that were bedded around the plot, so hopefully they'll work their way back in, and who knows, maybe a good buck will show up. We just had another young buck come underneath us. I think that's the 3rd buck of the evening, and a number of does and fawns as well. So it's been a pretty good movement, or pretty good night for deer movement. These cooler temps and the wind finally starting to lay down a little bit, has them up and moving. So pretty cool to sit this spot for the first time and see it work out. The wind's been very true all night, even though we're a little bit in the bottom. The deer have all basically been in bow range, and none of them's looked up. We don't have a ton of cover in this tree, but it's worked to perfection so far. Just not the right buck, obviously, but fun night to be in the stand, and it's going to be pretty cool. later in the week, so I'm looking forward to these next few days of being in a tree. Well, it's the morning of October 25th, and I'm set up back in this internal clover plot where I encountered Reggie, back in the same stand that I've battled the swirling winds. There's a buck right there. Well, as you can see, my interview got interrupted there. That's my third encounter already with that buck. He's a mature deer, just not one that I want to shoot at this point. But it's cool to watch him do some scent checking, walking in circles around the plot. And I watched him work 8 scrapes on this food plot, and I could still hear him working more scrapes around the corner. So pretty cool to see a mature buck out in the morning like that. You know it's getting to be that time. As I was saying, I'm back in this same stand that I battled the swirling winds, and obviously I know his attention was probably somewhere else, but I didn't get busted by him, and he worked all corners of the plot. I'm hunting it with a little different wind this morning. I'm hunting it on the southwest. It's a wind I haven't necessarily tried yet, but I only have a couple hours with any south component to the wind, and it's going to switch back to northwest, so that's when I'll probably have to get out of here. But I keep coming back to this spot. This tree sets up best on this food plot. I've tried other trees, and you don't have the visibility. And this one sets up best, and I continue to get pictures of Reggie every 4 or 5 days in the morning, or evening too, I guess, in and around this food plot. So it's just an internal clover plot tucked back in here, and I'm sitting on the edge of a hardwood ditch, and just kind of hoping to catch deer working back away from the ag field in the morning. And then obviously we're at that time of year where these deer will just cruise around these plots looking for that first hot doe. So hoping to have Reggie do the exact same thing that buck just did. That would make it pretty easy on me. We'll see. The conditions are awesome. It's in the 30s, upper 30s right now, so for late October, can't get much better than that. the wind is starting to become more straight west, so I'm going to wrap things up and get out of here. That one mature buck is the only deer I saw all morning. I'm not sure if I'll get out tonight. I have a number of things to do today, but for sure the next couple of days we have another cold front coming, so late October the weather's shaping up to be really good.